Please like and subscribe. So as you can see, there's much chasing going on. And what that basically tells us is that the male rancho, he's in heat, meaning that he wants to release his milk, which is the male sperm, the fish sperm. He wants to release it, and also he wants the female to release their eggs. That way, when he releases his milk, the eggs that were previously released would be fertilized. A lot of times too, when the females release their eggs, the male along with the females eat them. So we are prompt to put them in a separate container or a separate tank whenever they are about to release eggs, because we don't want them to eat their eggs back, because we've seen it many times, several times, when the fish, they will release their eggs and then they will eat them back. And what you pretty much is seeing is the fish being chased. The male with the stripe, you're currently looking at him, he's chasing the females because he's in heat again and he wants them to release their eggs so that he could fertilize, or I guess eat them. So my husband and I decided that we are going to hand spawn these fish and create some yumbos. The yumbos, they're a mixture of Aranda and the ranchos. So we're gonna have mixtures. We're also gonna have the telescope release her egg as well, and the ranchos. We're also gonna inform you and show you pretty much how we go about to have them release their eggs, and also to allow the males release their milks. See you. So as you can see, we have our small container. We have a container in a fish tank, meaning that we are about to hand spawn our goldfish. And the reason why we're doing it is because we have our male goldfish. He's chasing the females and she's releasing a lot of eggs, and we don't want to lose the eggs. So we're just going to take her out, hand spawn her, and then we are going to also take the male and let him release his milk. So my husband is going to do all that in front of you right now. So just watch. So what goldfish do you have? I think this is the male. So he's starting off with a male. He has the male in his hand. Can't really see. Could you? Oh. Sorry about that, bud. Okay, so yeah, he didn't really let out a lot, but we did see a lot of you know, the fish sperm, what they call milk.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna miss this fish, so I think he wants some young bull. So this is also a male that he's taking out. Hopefully we'll be able to see. We're not. Yes. Do you see the water becoming cloudy? Yeah. Oh. So that was an Aranda. So he's so we have you see that over there? So he's mixing the milks from the Arandas and also from the ranchos. Okay, did you get any from that one? No, he didn't get any from that one. So the water became much cloudier. Woo! I think some fell in because the milk, or you could say the fish sperm, is making it cloudy. It's tilting, so you gotta be very careful. And is that a female or a male?
Yeah.
A male? Okay, so he just got some more from this male. Do you see it? You see the cloudiness? Yes. So that's the melt, or the Okay. So I'm going over a little bit more. So my husband, I think he's gonna grab a female now. Yes, that's a female.
Grumpy.
He calls her grumpy because of guess how she looks. And her tummy is a bit bulgy. So that's an indication that there's a lot of eggs. I'm sorry for like giving you like weird angles. Is there any eggs releasing? Yes, there's a lot of eggs being released. Wow, that's a lot of eggs. Wow.
We'll get the meal again.
Again?
Yeah.
I think that's enough, no?
Nope.
Okay.
I want to make sure you get the maximum of fertilization.
And that's our male, and we know him because he has a stripe. That's the reason why my husband calls him Strike or Stripe. It's a little bit hard to see the mill because there's a light. I think the light's affecting the view. You just come over a little bit more, so good. Yes, do you see that? Yes, that's the milk or the sperm being released. Yes, we did get it. So afterwards, he's gonna leave that for a while so that we can have fertilization. Then he is going to pour that water off. So this is what it looks like after the eggs and the milk come in contact. As you can see, some of them seem to be sticking to the container. But anyways, we're gonna leave it for like 30 minutes to allow maximum fertilization, and then we'll come back. So this is us trying to get fresh water. The water that was in it before, we decided to throw it away. So this is fresh water that's been fetched, and pretty much the eggs are attached to the container, and that tells us that the eggs are pretty much fertilized.
Not sure if you can see it clearly, but you can see, if you look now in the eggs, you can see that there's something like a little spot.
And that's pretty much the eyes, right?
So you can see what's fertilized. You see they all have a little spot in them. That's like the eye.
Yeah, over here, right there.
Oh, that's big of word swimming under.
Yes. So those fish have pretty much been fertilized. So to preserve our eggs from fungus, my husband realized that it was best for us to use the methylene blue. So right now he's going to add some methylene blue, and it pretty much works. This method works where you throw off the first batch of water, and once the fish stick to the container, then you get fresh water from the fish tank, not from the faucet, because you don't want any chlorine to be in it. And so now he's going to add a drop of methylene blue. Just wait, we can't see you. Just one drop of methylene blue, and that should do the job. And then we're just gonna let it stay for a while. This takes what, 2 to 3 days? Okay, maybe 2 or 3 drops. This is the larger batch of fish. So it takes around 2 to 3 days for the eggs to fully hatch. And after they're hatched, the sac pretty much provides them with food for I think 1 to 2 days. Then afterwards, we will feed them eggs and brine shrimp. It depends on their size and how fast we want them to grow, but this is pretty much how it is, and we just monitor it. I do believe that my husband tends to change the water if they're not fertilized within a day or two, he changes the water. Also, we provide the fish, these baby eggs, I'm sorry, these eggs, fertilized eggs, with oxygen. So we do have a little an air hose that we're going to put inside the container so that we can provide the fish with, or the baby eggs with oxygen. My husband knows more why he does it, but that's pretty much what we do to ensure that the fish hatches. So as you can see, my husband attached an air hose, and the hair hose are also with a heater, because like the eggs having a steady temperature allows them to hatch faster. The eggs are they're still in the methylene blue solution. It's just a little hard for you to see, but yes, that's pretty much how we get the eggs to hatch in 2 to 3 days. So we'll inform you and pretty much show you what our eggs look like after 2 to 3 days. So we did go ahead and do several different batches of fish as well that were hatched. So it took around 3 to 4 days for all our fish to the eggs to hatched. And so we have a lot of small fries. We have yambos, ranchos. Yeah, pretty much we have a lot of different varieties of fish, all mixed. So right now you're looking at these small fries, and again we have 2 containers filled with these small fries. So we decided to that we, it's very important that we have a supply of oxygen. So we did go ahead and provide our small fry with oxygen, and also the temperature of the water needed to be constant. So we do have heaters. So for our 2 batches we have 2 separate heaters, and we have 2 separate oxygen lines. And yes, that's pretty much what we got so far. We also have a tank that contains fish that we were growing for a while, and we have some that are about 1 inch. So maybe in another video we'll show you that, but for now this is what we got from hand spawning those goldfish and ensuring that the eggs weren't contaminated by pouring off the fertilized the water that containing the sperm, the milk, by pouring that off and pouring new tank water. Remember, it's essential to use tank water as the second for the second batch, and not chlorinated water, because that could pretty much affect the egg. We also use the dye, the methylene blue dye, so that it will preserve our eggs, because we did have some eggs that did not hatch. They just pretty much dissolved because our eggs became contaminated. But luckily, I mean, for now we realize that all our eggs pretty much hatch, and we are pretty much happy with the results. So this is our setup again, and our little small fry, and we'll keep you updated. And as you can see, there's a lot of fish clustered together in one side of the container.